morning, future me. I hope you're behaving yourself and past me hasn't given you too many difficulties to deal with. I've been to the gym, I've showered, and I've got back into my pyjamas because I've not decided what to wear yet. I have cramps, I feel very bloated, and I think it's because I've been having too much dairy. I had 3 servings yesterday. So let's see, I had the yogurt with my oats and raspberries, a mixed tuna with yogurt, and I had, was it yesterday I had the protein yogurt, or was it the day before? I can't remember, but I've been having too much dairy. I should only have 1 serving a day. I'll reduce it to 1 serving a day and see if that helps. Problem is, what am I going to substitute? I won't get those 20 gram protein yogurts anymore. I didn't really like them. I need the yogurt in the tuna. I need that moisture. So I could find a dairy-free alternative yogurt to have with oats and raspberries, which will be expensive because I've looked before. They don't sell them in the regular supermarket, so I'll have to go back to Spinneys, and that'll be very expensive. But hey ho. So, I went to the gym and I did lower body. I wanted to talk through that. So I felt disappointed in myself again, but you know, it has been weeks since I did it and I'm starting it up again. I did have 2 personal bests, so I should, you know, be better, you know, more, what's the word? Proud of myself. And I should be proud of myself because I kept going, even though I started getting these cramps and I really wasn't feeling well. So not only did I keep going, I modified to make sure that I wasn't pushing my body in a way that it shouldn't be pushed, to honour what I was feeling. So I got up to 46 kg times 8, and that went to failure, and that's personal best. Because last time I did 40, that's plus 20 kg bar, by the way, so 66. Last time I did that, I could only get to 5, and it was failure. Then I only did 2 sets of goblin squats, and that's when I started getting the cramps, and it was in my abdomen and it was in my lower back. So I just couldn't cope with the freestanding squats. Just no, it wasn't happening. So I sort of took a bit of a breather from the weights and I did split squats without weights because they're so good for the derriere, I've found. Did 3 sets of those, 10 reps each on each side. Did the Smith. Because of what I was feeling, I did the lowest that I've done, like my lower limit. And I just did 3 sets of that. And by the last 10 reps, I found it very, very challenging. And then I did the fake Starbuck. And I got a personal best with that. I got up to 120 kg. So I am pleased, I guess. Yeah, just wish. Wow, the bruises are getting worse, aren't they? Look at that. So I'm starting a new thing. So was it a year ago, a couple of years ago, when I was doing daily reels, documenting what I eat in a day in recovery from certain words that I'm not supposed to say. I think I can say anemia BED and itchy ankle. They all got removed bar 2, I think, for encouraging EDs, even though the whole reel was me showing I'm eating these overnight oats for breakfast, I'm eating chicken and salad for lunch, I'm having pizza for tea, you know. Oh no, I'm encouraging. That's attractive. But I want to do it again. I want like an Instagram account to link to the YouTube account, and I want some short form content. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create reels again, but I'm going to frame it slightly differently. So it's going to be about what I exercise and what I eat as I recover from a difficult relationship with food and try to keep strong and get stronger as a woman in her 40s. So all I do is I just film like little bits as I go along, and I'll put that on an Instagram channel, and it just keeps me accountable and it keeps me mindful of everything I'm doing on a daily basis. So I'm going back into work today. Don't know what I'm going to wear because I do feel so bloated and crampy. I'm a trousers gal. I have some nice loose shorts, but you can't show your knees. Knees are too sexy to show here. So I'm going to see if there's a dress in my closet that I don't mind wearing. I feel like I look stupid in dresses. Like it just doesn't gel. Like wearing a top hat with a swimming costume, just like looks a bit. Oh, we'll see. Oh, a couple of wins. So I ordered a hard drive, external, 1 terabyte. I can't remember how much it was now. I think about 50 quid. Have I been ripped off? I don't know. And yesterday, Sheba came out of the room. Her room, the spare room. Safi was asleep, where she's asleep right now, on top of the TV stand. Yeah, there's like a whatever. And I just heard this meow. And it was Sheba coming out of the room. I was like, oh my God. So I just sat in the corridor for a bit, and she eventually came into my room. I will include footage evidence. Sheba. And she came on the bed with me. And so when I decided I wanted to just switch off, go to sleep, I shut the bedroom door because I thought if Safi comes in, it's going to be World War III. And then about 2 a.m, I was like, I really need a glass of water, I opened the door carefully. Sure enough, I knew she would be. Safi was crouched by the door. Went to get a glass of water. Sheba runs into the bathroom. Safi goes and yowls at her. So I spend about half an hour lying on the bathroom floor, reminiscent of university days, keeping my 2 cats calm. Just checking the wrinkles. See, it's still really swollen here. That'll go down. It's only been a couple of days. But that was a huge win. I was really pleased with that. She's back in the spare room now. Safi had a go at her this morning. But it's getting less and less, I think. Sometimes you go like 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. But it's cats. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. You can't punish a cat. It just doesn't work. Like with dog, I mean, the word punish is horrible. You know, with dogs, you can use the tone of your voice and things like that. They respond to it. Cats, no. They'll just become afraid of you and be like, well, screw you then. So you have to work with positive reinforcement. And that's pretty much the only way. It's a slow process, but they're worth it. When I first adopted Sheba from my friend, because it was so difficult with her being in the spare room, it was breaking my heart. I thought, you know what, when the new intake of staff come in this year, because we always get lots of new staff every year, maybe there'll be someone looking for a single house cat. Just lovely, she's very lovely, very sweet. But now I've really bonded with her, so I don't want to give her up. So I really hope Safi can stop being a little bee. She's my heart and soul. Love her. Take a bullet for her. Jump in front of a car for her, but she's a little bee. She's my little bee. If anyone else called her that, I'd punch them. So yesterday I didn't do I think I put too much of that powder on. I didn't do the comic drawing that I wanted to do. In all honesty, after getting over the anxiety of going to work, I know this sounds pathetic, I was exhausted. So I edited a vlog, I did that meeting, and then I just chilled out with my ginger beer zero and had eggs for dinner. Eggs and tomatoes on toast, which was very nice. And just chilled out. Today I am, like I say, going to go back into work and meet a friend for coffee. My makeup and skincare expert friend. I decided I'm not going to buy any skincare until payday, because I keep spending all my money. All my money. It's not good. I should probably stop buying bags and sunglasses, shouldn't I? How many bags have I bought this summer? 1, 2, 3, 5. But 2 of them are like little, the little crossover ones. And then 1 tote, 1 large tote, the Givenchy like weaved one, and 1 little bag, a Beverly Hills one, another Beverly Hills one. Because I was in the shop and I couldn't decide between the 2. So, common sense to buy both. I think I only bought 1 pair of sunglasses. Yeah, my new Gucci's. I was like, but I don't have a pair of Gucci's. Oh, I do. Those are the ones that I was wearing when I came back from McDonald's. I was sat in the car talking. Update on the guys I was talking to on the dating app. Nothing. One of them was wanting to come off the app and talk on WhatsApp because it's easier. I said it's perfectly easy on here. How is it any different? You tap on the app, you choose the name of the person and you type a message. That's literally what you do on WhatsApp. He was like, oh, can I have your Instagram? I was like, no, I prefer not to do that, until we meet and if we get on and stuff. And then he said, so would you be up for going for a coffee? I said, sure, I'd be up for that. And he went, good. That was 2 days ago. And the one with the dogs, that conversation's just fizzled out. I don't know. I won't, and I'm sure there would be, if this was watched by lots of people and there were men watching this, I'm sure someone would be like, why is it always the man that has to go first, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, they don't have to. They don't have to be the ones to say, let's set a date, let's do this. They don't have to. Of course they don't. Me personally, that's what I like. So if I'm matching and talking to a guy who doesn't like to do that, well, then we're not going to be a good match, are we? I don't know why people online take these things so personally. We all have our own personal preferences. But in all honesty, I'm relieved because, like I said, when I first started talking about the apps, I just hate it. I don't know why I do it. I'm dreading them to actually say, oh, let's meet up at this time. Like, really? Do we have to? There'll be lots of cuts to this because there's very little going on in my head at the moment. So there's lots of silences, so I'll cut those out. I was about to say something and I've lost it. Oh, yes. The thing that I'm removing from my life, I'm on day 5. Oh gosh, that's too much. That's well, I'm on day 5, and yesterday was the first time I was sort of glad of it. And along with doing this, I think it's really helping me have motivation to do my daily life things that I know are good for me and that will help me be the person I want to be and help me be in a good mood and enjoy life and all of that. So that's good. That is a positive. I was on the meeting yesterday. The first time I went to a meeting, I had so much anxiety afterwards, I had to go and run it off, if you remember from my previous vlog. This time, no, I wasn't anxious afterwards. Felt good, actually. And then I've not been watching any Netflix stuff. I need to watch the second season of Wednesday. I re-watched it when I was in Vietnam, the first season, in preparation for the new season coming out. I also watched a couple of documentaries. I watched one on Bernie Madoff. Madoff. Went to prison for a Ponzi scheme. It's insane. Basically, I didn't really understand what a Ponzi scheme was at the time before watching this. He was taking all this money off people, saying he would invest it, but all he was doing was using that money that people gave him to pay out the previous investors, saying, oh, look, I've made this for you from these investments. So, of course, to keep that going, you have to get... So it's like a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. You have to get more and more and more investors. So I think he got something like 19 billion actual money from people. But then the estimated Ponzi value, what it was supposed to have brought in, was like 40 odd billion. Was it 60 odd billion? And so when it all came crashing down and he got caught, the people who had put their money in obviously lost everything. But it gets worse because some people got back more money than they put in. So if they did it 15 years ago, say they gave him their life savings, one couple gave him $900,000. Their life savings, lovely amount of money to invest. So year on year, they were getting the profits, what they thought were the profits from their investments, which were really just taken from other people investing. And because over, say, 15 years, they got given in installments more than 900,000, they then had to pay back the extra money they had, which they'd spent. Of course they'd spent the majority of it because they thought they still had the 900,000 invested and it would keep giving out. But they didn't have the 900,000 invested. It had been given to other people. And I just thought that is absolutely awful. And the person who was hired to do this recovery, it was his job to try and recover as much money as possible. I think he recovered 14 billion out of the 19 billion. But he did that largely by getting money off people who had already lost everything. But his company got over £1 billion in fees for doing that. It makes me want to cry. These poor people. I mean, so they were interviewing some of them and they were being very philosophical about it. They were saying, it's made me realise what's important. I've got my family and all of this, but still awful. And some people, it's too sad. Some people passed away because of it, because they were so distraught. Oh, it really depressed me. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's making me emotional. But anyway, that's a documentary I watched. I also rewatched Inside the Life of a Cat or Inside the Mind of a Cat. I love that documentary. I could watch that so many times. But I've not been watching much Netflix because I've been getting I've been catching up with the dramas of Goal World. If you are not familiar with Goal World, it's largely comprised of Amberlynn Reid, Chantal Foodie Beauty, and Anna Glitter and Lasers. And there's a girl who used to be kind of active and she's just started to become active again, called Quirky Loves Rosie, and I'm not really familiar with her. Amberlyn Reid has a terrible, terrible reputation with relationships, and she recently got into one with a woman who everyone was saying you shouldn't be in a relationship with her. She's a feeder. Am I allowed to say that? And she's on these websites and stuff, but she got into a relationship with her anyway. Defended her, came on camera absolutely denying that she was. But the thing with Amberlyn Reid is she will say whatever suits her and serves her at the time. You can never, ever believe what she says. And they broke up. Oh, the drama of it. So her girlfriend, Emily, came out and spoke to a big reactor called Mr. Snowflake, who used to be an Amberlyn Reid fan, but then saw how she treated her girlfriends, very controlling, very manipulative, abusive, basically. Sometimes physically so. So Emily came out with all these text messages to Mr. Snowflake explaining like what Amberlyn Reid was like in the relationship, and she doesn't come out looking good. But neither does Emily. So there's no winners in this. They both seem like awful, awful people. What I would recommend is watching Pulpy Syntax and Mr. Snowflake. They do brilliant I mean, like I said, there was videos. So for example, there was like Amberlyn Reid doing like a video, and then there were people reacting to that video, and then there were people reacting to the reaction of that video. It's just like the layers, so good. Because usually Amberlyn Reid's really boring, but this is drama on another level. And while I was at the gym, I was watching and listening to Pulpy Syntax do reactions to Glitter and Laser hauls. He's so funny. So like I'm there trying to do weights and I'm like laughing my head off. You see, this is why I don't like pens, because they seem to, like, this is the second time I think I've used it and it feels like it's drying up already. If it was a pot, the liquid, you just put it on and it's just there. This you have to keep going over and over. And you feel like it's getting sticky. And now I've gone too thick there, so I have to even it out. And then because you're having to go over, it seems to be kind of taking away the first layer that you did. See, have I gone too thick on that side? No, I just need to do more by the line here. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. I want to do a little bit of eyeshadow, but I just can't do the thing that my expert makeup friend can do. So I think I'm just going to put something like quite subtle just in the crease there. And I've got my Roaring 20s palette. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what I like? Blue and brown. This feels really dark again. I got it. It might just be my eyesight. Maybe I'm just going blind. Maybe I need a better ring light. This is like, I just got a cheap one because I'm a beginner. Oh no, but this is nice. Look, moonshine. That's like brownie. Oh, yeah, like a brownie bluey. Ooh, ooh. It's exciting. Should I use a brush or should I use my finger? I'll start with a brush. Right, this is what I'll do. I will put a bit on in the crease using this, and then like try and blend it out using this. Oh, this has excited me. This is the best I've felt in such a long time. You know how I was getting so annoyed, like the Groundhog Day vlog, but this is, yeah, I feel good, and I'm happy about my new idea to create reels. I just like creating stuff. Let's see. So I'm just going to put a bit in the crease, and then I'm going to use the fluffy brush to blend it. Okay, so I put a bit in the crease. Fluffy, it's so fluffy. I don't think this is doing anything, is it? Ooh. Well, it's very subtle. I might put a bit more on. Let's put a bit more on. It's funny, I just got an urge, a brain flash, wanting the thing that I'm trying to remove from my life. And I think it's because I am, like I just said, oh, I'm feeling really, really good. And I would always use that to enhance. I'd get very excitable. God, the skin is just like, it's so thin and crinkly. Oh. On there. What do we think? I think I like that. Maybe I do need something on my eyelid. But what? I'm no good at like figuring out what goes with what. No. Maybe I'll just take it down to the eyeliner. I know my friend will be like, you need different colours, you need depth. Shut up. Sorry, that was rude. I like that it's like kind of sparkling green. I thought it looked blue, but now it looks green. I'm gonna have to put another layer of this blooming eyeliner on. Maybe I should put something slightly darker there, but I don't know what. Spats. Oh, well, actually, I'll do the other eye with the moonshine first, so I don't get the spats on it. Oh, I've got it. The Roaring Twenties. God, moonshine. I was thinking like, oh, no. The alcohol they had to make because of the prohibition. So what else? The Flappers, Dancers, Jazz Night, Gussied Up. I don't know what a gussie is. Charleston is a dance, isn't it? Spats are shoes. That is very inventive. It's really annoying editing out these silences because you have to split the clip in the video shop thing, and because I'm running out of storage space it gets really slow. But I did at about 4 this morning, after spending half an hour on 3, 4 in the morning, I was spending half an hour on the blooming bathroom floor trying to stop my cats from killing each other. Oh, that needs blending. I was like, oh, screw it, I'm not going to get any sleep. And I didn't. I've been awake since 2. I went through my phone and I basically deleted everything that wasn't my cats. because the photos and little videos that I really like are all on Instagram. But then I thought, what if like Instagram gets deleted? So I googled it, and apparently you can download your Instagram. So when I get my hard drive, I'm going to do that. I'm probably just going to end up with like a stack of hard drives, but then back in the day, people have stacks of photo albums, don't they? It's a similar thing. Actually, I've got a few photo albums up there. Ooh. Took me back to my rocker days. I don't know. So what have I learned? What have I learned? If you are like me and if you suffer from mental health problems and it just makes it really hard to do the day-to-day life things, one thing to do is identify anything in your life that can be, not saying it's an easy change, but simple. If something's simple doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. Me removing this thing from my life is simple, it's not easy. If you can identify something like that, work towards it, that's one thing. You know, if you can identify one thing that's making everything else more difficult, focus on changing that. It could be that you don't ever exercise, so you feel sluggish and unfit. That's one thing, get that into your life. It could be that, I don't know, you never eat any fruit or veg. That, identify something that will have a knock-on effect, like one change that you could make. That's one tip. Another tip that I've learned is when I'm going to put a bit of this jazz night in the corner. I want to do it. Oh, I can do it with my finger because look, one of my acrylics came off. So maybe I should keep it like this and this will be my eyeshadow finger. When you've got the boring chores to do the 5-minute timer trick. That's really worked for me. And if you're like me and you live on your own, try recording and just talking into the camera. It helps. Yeah, because you've got someone to talk to. God, that's so sad. But all your thoughts and things, get them out, just chatter. And yeah, okay, you could just talk to yourself, I guess, but it's different talking into a camera. And then if you're anything like me and you like being creative, it's then fun to take the clips and edit them together. And then you've got something to look back on as well. Especially if you're going through a period where you think, I'm not doing well and everything I do is rubbish, or stuff like that. You can look back and think, okay, no, I did that and that and that. And I think I've come really far. It can also hold you accountable as well. Like if I'm going to film it, I have to do something. So those would be my tips if you are like me. I'm going to do my lips and I'm going to just stop the camera so I don't have to like edit it loads. Or should I keep it in and... No, I'm going to stop the camera. Okay, done my lips and mascara. Looks a lot harsher there than it does there. It might be the light. Let me play with it a bit. But my lips aren't shiny. I like shiny things. So should I do a gloss or should I put the rosy mauve over the top? I'm gonna make it lighter. Chat, which one? I'm gonna go with rosy mauve, see what happens. Just a little dab. Just a little dab. Oh, it smells really nice. Just a little bit of shine, a little bit of sparkle. Let's have a little bit more sparkle. A holiday. Problem is, what I did underneath was, I used to love beauty pie in the UK. Oh my gosh, you pay £10 a month, and I can't remember how it works now. You pay £10 a month, and I think that gives you £100 to spend, something like that. And everything is really, really reduced. I can't remember how it works now. But you get lots and lots of products, and you don't have to pay that much. And this, I got loads of these pencils, but they're just like I don't know what just like a normal lipstick. It's not like a stain. So if I go too hard with the Rosy Mauve on top, I might be rubbing it off. Oh, the shine, the shimmer. Yes, yes, darling, yes. Yes, liking that. Right, I'm gonna go get dressed. I'm gonna show you what I'm wearing for the day, and then that'll be the end for this. I'm not gonna do a daily vlog, just wanted to come on and chat whilst I was doing my makeup, update you with the exercises, update you with what I want to do with like this social media thing, and just apparently have a random chat about random things. So, see you in a second. Okay, this is so different to what I normally wear, but it's the best dress that I have in my wardrobe. So the waist is here, so there's nothing touching my crampy bloated belly. So because I just don't wear dresses that much, I'm like, how do I accessorize this? Thankfully I've got a blue bag. It's quite old, but it's lovely soft leather. Got centre point shoes, yes, heels, which I shouldn't be wearing with bunions, but they're low and they're wedges, so didn't go for my vet jewellery today. So I only have one necklace and it doesn't go with this, and I just think this really needs a necklace. So I put on like kind of statementy long earrings to hopefully try and, you know, draw the eye away from where it's supposed to be. These don't go with the dress, but I don't have any other, I don't need more jewellery to go with more things anyway. And these are my Burberrys. Blue, blue, blue. Bright yellowy green. Okay. Anyway, that's me. I'm off to work, and then I'm off to coffee with a friend. Might have a croissant. So future me, I hope I have made you proud, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.